Hello! Today I am going to do a life maintenance day, which is essentially a day in which you take a bunch of little annoying, nagging tasks that you know you need to get done, but they're usually things that you've been procrastinating or are just hard to fit into the weekly schedule, and you just do as many as you can right in a row, which I know for me leaves me feeling really good and fresh and ready to be productive on other types of things that might be actually more important and more consequential in terms of my long-term goals, because all these nagging little tasks are done. Now, today I actually don't have a full day. It's already the afternoon, but I'm going to take the next couple of hours to do as many of these little life maintenance tasks as I can. The first thing that I would usually do on a day like today is to create a long list of all of the nagging tasks that I want to get done, but I actually already have my list ready. But if you are doing this and you're not sure where to start, I would recommend first doing a big brain dump, and I actually have an article on how to do an effective brain dump, so I will list that down below if you need something to get you started. So I actually work as a teacher, but I don't work in a school system. I work as an independent contractor, and so I actually have a bunch of my own materials that I store in this file system behind me, and this cabinet has just gotten so messy. I have things spilling out onto the floor, onto my desk, under my desk, that I just need to go through and organize and get rid of things I don't need anymore and put everything in a way that is going to be actually useful for this new coming semester. So that's the first thing that I am going to do today. One of my biggest challenges as a teacher is that, like most teachers, I have a somewhat limited budget, and so I try to use as many recycled things as I can. So I wind up saving all of these old boxes and toilet paper rolls. They end up just stacking up and creating a very overwhelming mess. Okay, it took a little while, but I feel like I was finally able to clean out this whole system. And even though it's not the most ideal with things stacked on top of each other, it still feels like everything is relatively accessible, and for the most part, I can see everything. You know, it's still a small space with a lot of stuff packed into it, but it just feels so much better than it did before. The next thing that I want to tackle is my car. My car has been collecting so much random stuff from the summer and from travel and just all these different things, and I feel like my car needs a really good vacuum and a really good organize. This is just really kind of unfortunate. And this is also unfortunate. So now I am folding some laundry, which is not typically the type of thing that I would include on a life maintenance day like this. Usually I don't include regular weekly tasks on it, but had to do the laundry today, so I'm throwing it in there. By the way, this is not the normal state of our bedroom with the mattress on the floor and all of this junk on the side. We actually are switching out our bed. This is our new mattress that we got yesterday, and so we're still waiting to get a bed frame, and we need to dispose of all of these broken pieces from our old bed. That's actually the type of thing that would be really good to include on a life maintenance day, but incidentally, I am not going to take care of that today. That is going to be for a day nearby in the future. It's been about 2 hours, and the next couple of things that I need to do are all computer related, which isn't necessarily the most interesting thing to film, but I need to make a vet appointment at a new vet's office for one of my cats. I need to finish helping a family member out with this photo book project. And finally, I need to do something on my computer that's finances related that I have been procrastinating for a while because it is something that's just very confusing, and every time I tried to sit down and figure it out, it just felt overwhelming. And so typically on this sort of life maintenance day, I wouldn't include something like that that feels really overbearing and stressful. I tend to focus more on things that are quick wins that I've just been putting off because they're annoying, but they aren't necessarily hard. But I am going to also do this finances thing because over the past couple of days, I have done the work of figuring out what I need to do. So I've transformed it into a task that's no longer really overwhelming and stressful, but is now just something that I know what I need to do and I just need to do it. Okay, I'm definitely starting to run low on energy and motivation, but I'm almost done with this life maintenance day. The next thing that I'm going to do is just do a little bit of meal prep. It's a Sunday and we like to meal prep on Sundays, and I did a lot of it this morning before I started recording this video, but I have a little bit more to do. I am basically just going to chop up some potatoes and bake them in the oven so that we can enjoy them throughout the week. While those are cooking, I'm going to work on putting up some picture frames that we've been meaning to do for a long time, and today I'm finally going to do it. I laid the photos out on the floor in the order that I think that I want them, but as far as putting them up on the wall, I think I'm just gonna wing it. And it's very possible that in an hour I will be regretting that decision. I feel like the first row is the hardest because then after that the ones underneath can just kind of follow suit, but hopefully the first row is the hardest because if not, this is gonna take me a little while. It is now nighttime, and that is going to wrap up my productive maintenance day. I always feel so tired after doing a day like this, but it just feels so satisfying to check all of those things off of the list. So I hope that you enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time.